My name is Erica, and this is my testimony. So, growing up, I was born with microtia, which is the birth defect that of the ear that doesn't fully develop. So, my left ear, I don't have a ear canal, but I do have an eardrum, and I'm 60% hearing in that ear. And so when I was young, going to school, I would get a lot of stares from kids and teased a lot, and it started to affect me, and it started to make me look at my appearance as something that was who I was what I looked like on the outside. At home, my parents would always make me feel like I was normal, but inside, I just felt like I was different, and I based myself on the opinions of others. Having microtia and, growing up with strict parents in the home and in a life of more of works and religion, it made me feel like I had to hold everything on my own, and I had to live this perfect life. And when really I couldn't keep up with all those rules and standards. So I turned away from all that. And I really just buried all that I felt inside of me. And I fell a lot into temptation. So after countless nights of just drinking, drugs, toxic relationship after toxic relationship, and because of the resentment and bitterness that I had in my heart, no one wanted to be around me. And I lost everything and everybody that I loved dear. My family didn't want to be around me, and I was completely alone. And so in that place of alone, I didn't want to live anymore. So I came to wanting to commit suicide. And that night, I cried out to God, if you're real, then help me, because everybody's left me. I am not accepted anywhere. And it was in that place that I heard a voice that said, do you know Jesus? And I tried to shake off this voice because I was so stubborn. I didn't want to go to God. And so in the mental state that I was in of suicide, my mother wouldn't leave me alone. So she forced me to go to church. And when I went to church on Sunday, that was when I heard Pastor Jim speak about the cross and the love of Jesus Christ, and that Jesus wanted to heal you. And inside, I was praying, God, I want that. Can you give me that? I remember saying, I need that, because you need to heal me or I won't be able to live anymore. And I heard a voice say, come to the altar. So I went to the altar, and I just began to sob and cry, and I fell to my face in a crying mess. And in that moment, a bunch of the ladies, I felt people come around me and lay their hands on me and just start praying over me. And I felt for the first time the love of God over my life. And I felt his presence, and I felt anger, bitterness, and resentment just begin to fall off of me. I just felt so accepted, and everything had just fallen off of me in that moment when I surrendered. So that day I repented and surrendered my life to Jesus. I think about Jesus, and I'm forever grateful to him for his love and his sacrifice, and for giving me another chance at life, because the place that I was going was not what he had planned for me. And so now I have a beautiful life with my husband and my son, and God has just restored and given me a new life that I could never thought would be possible. And it's only because he loved me. And that's what he offers to every single person who will humble themselves. He says that you're not too far gone. He says that he loves you right where you're at. And so today, his love just showers you. And that's exactly what he did for me.